road traffic accident, it can occur from disease or from operation. Second is correction of anemia. We know anemia means reduction of the hemoglobin concentration per unit volume of blood. Normally, it is about 12 to 16 gram per dl. In case of male, 14 to 16. In case of female, it may be 12 to 14 gram per dl. So this is the optimum level of the hemoglobin. With this hemoglobin, blood is efficiently can carry the oxygen. So whenever there is anemia, that is the hemoglobin concentration is less than the normal, the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood will be decreased. So to combat this situation, we have to correct the anemia. Usually we correct the anemia by giving the specific component which are deficient. Particularly in iron deficiency anemia, we give the iron. In megaloblastic anemia, we give the vitamin B12. In anemia due to folic acid deficiency, we give the folic acid. If there is anemia due to bone marrow suppression, we try to reverse the condition so that the bone marrow again going to proliferate. So usually anemia is being corrected by taking measures or taking or correcting the deficient factors. But it takes time. On an average, আমরা জানি RBC lifespan is 120 days. So it takes a long time, 2 to 3 months for the correction of anemia. But if the situation is emergency and if the patient needs an urgent operation, before that we have to correct the anemia by blood transfusion. এবং এটা তোমরা জানো 1 unit of fresh blood can improve the hemoglobin roughly about 1 gram per dl. Suppose a patient have hemoglobin concentration 6 gram per dl, we want to raise the hemoglobin up to 10. In that case, we have to give 4 unit of blood. So 1 unit of blood can correct or improve 1 gram hemoglobin per unit volume of blood. Third one is control of bleeding. Suppose we frequently encountered increasing bleeding tendency because of decrease in the platelet count or deficient or decrease in the component of the coagulation factors. We can measure it also. তোমরা জানো যে platelet, its main function is the formation of the temporary platelet plaque to control initially the bleeding. That is usually followed by formation of the blood clot that ultimately closes the blood vessel. So bleeding time is related to platelet function. Bleeding time that is ranges from 4 to 6 minutes. Clotting time is related to coagulation factor that is related to 6 to 8 minutes. So if there is deficiency or defect in the clotting factor or platelet, then there may be tendency of increased bleeding. And in those cases, we can correct this situation at least for a shorter period of time by giving the specific factor. Like if there is thrombocytopenia, we can give fresh platelet. If there is hemophilia or like other bleeding disorder, we can give the coagulation factor. So this is also one of the indication for blood transfusion, the control of bleeding disorder. Number 4, to remove the antibodies. You know, in erythroblastosis fetalis, that is the Rh negative mother carrying the Rh positive babies. So these Rh factors going into the mother's blood stimulate the Rh antibody, and in the next pregnancy, these preform antibodies crosses the placenta whenever it is being separated, and it goes into the fetal body, leading to reaction. So this is called erythroblastosis fetalis. So in that case, one of the treatment procedure or remedy is exchange blood transfusion. Exchange blood transfusion means we remove the blood from the baby, and that has to be freshly transfused with the another blood, fresh blood that does not contain any Rh antibodies. So to remove the antibodies, sometimes to increase the survivability of organ transplant before transplantation of the kidney, liver, and others. In open heart surgery, sometimes it is need to fulfill the circulating channel to continue the function of the heart-lung machine. So these are the common indication for blood transfusion: restoration of the blood volume in hemorrhage, correction of anemia, control of bleeding disorder, to remove antibodies, to increase survivability of the transplant, in open heart surgery to fill the circulating channel. Contraindication: whenever transfusion is indicated, practically there is no absolute contraindication. Whenever it is indicated, we have to give the blood. But if a patient already suffering from congestive cardiac failure, that is a condition of the heart that both the ventricle is failed to pump out the blood, there is congestion and edema. In that case, we have to give the transfusion a bit cautiously, slowly. Sometimes it is combined with the diuretics so that extra fluid cannot be accumulated in the body. So there is no absolute contraindication for blood transfusion, but relative contraindication is congestive cardiac failure. Now question is, sometimes the transfusion is, sometimes in most of the times it is life-saving or it is beneficial. But if we cannot do this procedure methodically, this might creates a lot of hazards, and some of the hazards might be responsible for the death of the individual. তার মানে রক্ত ব্লাড ট্রান্সফিউশন মানুষের জীবনকে সেভ করবে, at the same time আমরা যদি সঠিকভাবে দিতে না পারি তাহলে it can creates the death of the individual. So this is one of the very important concern during blood transfusion. So what are the hazards? A general complication. General complication means this complication can happen even after the transfusion of few ml of blood. That is, 1 unit blood is responsible for development of this reaction. So this is called general complication. General complication, the most important one is complication related to transfusion reaction. So transfusion reaction complication, এর মধ্যে most important one is transfusion. That is, whenever the donor blood is not matched with the recipient blood, then there will be antigen antibody reaction with serious effect. This is called mismatched blood transfusion. তার মানে হচ্ছে during blood transfusion we have to give A blood to A person, B blood to B person, AB to AB person, and O blood to O blood group person. So this is important to match the blood with the donor and recipient. Not only AB group antigen, but also you have to consider another major group antigen, that is Rh antigen. So mismatched blood transfusion might happen due to the disparity between the donors and recipient blood in terms of blood group. Pyrogenic reaction. In the blood, there might be presence of some macromolecular substances that is usually called pyrogen that going to stimulate the thermoregulatory center and produces fever. This is called pyrogenic reaction apart from mismatched blood transfusion. Third one is allergic reaction. Because of the presence of some allergen from the donor blood, it might produces allergic reaction to recipient blood. Sensitization of the leukocyte due to presence of antibodies against the leukocyte. Sometimes leukocyte does not carry strong antigen and there is no usually formation of strong antibody, but sometimes due to repeated blood transfusion, leukocyte might also carry antigen and it can react with the antibodies present already within the recipient blood. It might produces also some sort of reaction. Second group of hazards is transmission of infection. If the donor blood harbors infective agent, it can be readily transferred from the donor to recipient, like bacteria, enteric fever, virus, like hepatitis B, hepatitis C, AIDS, parasite, malaria, kala-azar, syphilitic infection. So before giving blood, it is a routine practice nowadays to screen the donor blood for the presence of this organism. That is for enteric fever, for hepatitis, for AIDS, for malaria, kala-azar, for syphilitic infection. So the blood has to be screened for the presence of this organism. If it is not present, then this blood can be taken for giving to a particular person. So transmission of infection might be one of the hazards. Air embolism during process of transfusion, if due to out of care or precaution, air can enter through the IV cannula into the blood, and if there is entry of more than 50 ml of air, it can produces the air embolism and going to obstruct the pulmonary, cerebral or cardiac vessel, producing a serious effect. Thromboembolism, at the site of introduction of cannula, there might be inflammation of the vessel and that might lead to formation of thrombus, producing a local pain and cord-like changes of the vessel. So all these called complication, that is general complication. আমরা দেখলাম general complication একটা হতে পারে যে ট্রান্সফিউশন রিঅ্যাকশন, এর মধ্যে mismatched blood transfusion, pyrogenic reaction, allergic reaction, sensitization to leukocyte. Second category, transmission of infection. Third category is air embolism. Fourth one is thromboembolism related to thrombophlebitis of the related vein. Second category, that is complication related to massive blood transfusion. যদি massive blood transfusion আমরা দেই, তাহলে there might be overloading of the heart, dilution of the electrolyte and coagulation factor. So it can produce congestive cardiac failure, hypocalcemia and tetany because the transfused blood is devoid of calcium, ionized calcium. So this blood produces hypocalcemia and tetany, spasm. Coagulation failure may be due to dilution of the coagulation factor, even sometimes produces DIC, pulmonary edema, and citrate poisoning because of presence of excess citrate in if we use CPD, citrate containing anticoagulant. Complication related to stored blood transfusion. তোমরা নিশ্চয় জানো, it is better to transfuse the blood without storage. With the storage, there is progressive deterioration of the quality of the blood, all the component of the blood. Conventionally, we give the blood within the 7 days of collection. At the maximum, we can give 3 weeks. We call it shelf life. The blood can be stored in the refrigerator up to 3 weeks. But with the prolonged storage, there is hemolysis of blood, and there is hyperkalemia, acidosis, and there is decrease in oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. Complication related to cold blood. You know, blood is stored in the refrigerator at 2 to 4 degrees Celsius temperature. But our body temperature is 36 to 37 degrees Celsius. So before transfusing the blood, we have to rewarm the blood. If due to hurry, anybody is giving a cold blood for rapid transfusion, then the patient develops some complication like hypothermia, irregular heartbeat, that is cardiac arrhythmia, sometimes cardiac arrest. So we should not give cold blood just after taking the blood from the refrigerator. It has to be rewarmed by keeping it under the blanket, in contact with the body, under the pillows. So in this way, the blood can be rewarmed. Otherwise, after transfusion of the cold blood, there might be complication like hypothermia, cardiac arrhythmia, cardiac arrest. Complication related to repeated blood transfusion. You know, there are some diseases like hemophilia, like congenital hemolytic anemia. There is premature destruction of the RBC. The baby needs blood transfusion every 2 to 3 months to restore the hemoglobin. So if we do the repeated blood transfusion, there is excess breakdown of the RBC, and there is liberation of the iron pigment, iron. So there will be excess storage of iron, we call hemosiderosis. This iron can be deposited in different organs like liver, pancreas, parotid gland, and others, leading to deterioration of the organ function of that particular organ. So the complication of blood transfusion, we already mentioned the general complication. Number 2, the complication related to massive blood transfusion. Number 3, complication related to old blood transfusion, stored blood transfusion. Number 4, complication related to repeated blood transfusion, and others. So whenever we are giving the blood, how we can select the donor? Donor means who are giving blood for another person. Donor means a healthy individual who like to donate the blood. So everybody cannot be donor. So whenever a individual wants to donate blood, he has to fulfill some criteria for the safe procedure. And these are called the criteria for selection of donor. Number 1 criteria, he must be adult. Age must be between the age of 18 to 60, not minor or children. He should not be an old person. So age should be within 18 to 60 years. Weight should be average, at a standard more than 50 kg body weight. Hemoglobin percentage should be optimum, at least more than 60%. If a person have the hemoglobin, suppose 6 gram per DL, you want to donate the blood, it is not logical to take the blood from that anemic person. So hemoglobin level is also one of the important parameters. Fourth one is screening test must be negative. That is screening for hepatitis, AIDS, and others already we have mentioned. Hepatitis B, C, AIDS, then syphilitic infection, malaria, Kala-Azar, all these screening tests should be negative before donating the blood. Definitely, blood group should be identical and cross-matching should be okay. Cross-match should be negative. And patient is not suffering from acute illness like fever, jaundice, or gastroenteritis. So there should not be acute illness. So in presence of acute illness, he should not donate the blood. He has to wait. So these are the criteria for selection of donor. এটা বললাম যে বয়স 18 থেকে 60 বছরের মধ্যে, body weight standard more than 50 kg, hemoglobin optima more than 60%, screening test for hepatitis, AIDS, and others should be negative. Identical blood group, cross match should be negative, not suffering from acute illness. And another criteria, he should not given blood within the last 3 months. আমরা জানি একজন মানুষ 3 মাস পর পর এক ব্যাগ ব্লাড দিতে পারবে, 3 মাসের মধ্যে সে পারবে না, because this is the time within this the blood component will be replaced. You know the procedure of blood transfusion. আমরা যদি blood transfusion দিতে চাই, we have to follow the definite procedure. Number one, selection of donor with grouping and cross matching. And on the basis of the criteria already we have mentioned, we have to select the donor and we have to do take the sample of the blood from the donor and from recipient. We have to match this blood and grouping should be identical, cross matching should be negative. That is matching the blood from the donor and recipient, there is no formation of the agglutination. Second is collection of blood and checking. তার মানে যখন আমরা blood দিব, blood has to be collected and it should be checked regarding the donor name, patient number, bag number, blood group, cross matching. So all this should be checked because to avoid the reaction. Then we have to give a blood transfusion order at the treatment sheet. Blood transfusion order will mention in the later part. Preparation of the recipient. The patient who are going to receive the blood has to be prepared. Loading of the transfusion set. Opening of IV channel. Blood transfusion set is connected. এবং এর সঙ্গে routinely কখনো কখনো injection or reduction and injection antihistamine is given to avoid minor allergic and pyrogenic reaction. Transfusion is started at an initially slower rate and observed for 15 minutes. If there is no reaction, then the rate is increased to a desired level and transfusion is completed within few hours. So this is the procedure of blood transfusion. আমরা যখন blood transfusion দিতে চাই, donor select করব. Donor selection করার সময় the criteria should be fulfilled. Blood grouping এবং cross matching should be ব্লাড গ্রুপিং আইডেন্টিক্যাল হতে হবে, ক্রস ম্যাচিং নেগেটিভ। কালেকশন অফ ব্লাড এন্ড চেকিং, আমরা যে ব্লাড যদি রেফ্রিজারেটর থেকে নেই তাহলে ব্যাগটা চেক করব রিগার্ডিং দ্য পেশেন্ট নাম্বার, that is name of the individual who donated the blood, date of donation or collection, blood grouping, cross matching, and it has to be checked. Then you have to give a transfusion order. Amra lekhi, please transfuse 1 unit of whole blood initially at a rate of 15 drops per minute. If there is no reaction, it increases the rate to 30 or 40. If any reaction occurs, please stop the transfusion immediately. Give injection hydrocortisone, injection antihistamine, 1 ampoule IV stat, and call on duty doctor. That is the blood transfusion order. Preparation of the recipient means the person who are going to receive the blood has to be kept supine. আমরা যেখানে চ্যানেলটা ওপেন করব সেই জায়গাটা প্রিপেয়ার করব, অ্যান্টিসেপটিক ক্লিন করব, ভেসেলটা প্রমিনেন্ট করব, দেন ট্রান্সফিউশন ব্যাগের সঙ্গে ট্রান্সফিউশন সেটটা কানেক্ট করব এবং সেট ইজ ফিল্ড উইথ দ্য ব্লাড। Then channel is being opened usually by white bone needle, white bone 18G or 20G. Then the blood transfusion set is connected with the cannula. এরপরেই আমরা খুব স্লো রেটে 15 drops per minute শুরু করব to observe whether the patient develop any reaction. If there is no reaction, we'll continue. And before that, we can give an injection or Oralexin and antihistamine to control some of the reaction. তোমরা কি শুনতে পাচ্ছ?
Yes, sir.
So within very এটা খুব সংক্ষিপ্ত আকার আমরা বললাম what is transfusion. 2 নম্বর বললাম what are the indication of transfusion. 3 নম্বর বললাম what are the hazards of blood transfusion. 4 নম্বর বললাম যে what are the criteria for selection of donor, and lastly we have mentioned it a very shortly the procedure of blood transfusion. ঠিক আছে, তোমাদের এর মধ্যে have you any question?
স্যার মিসম্যাচ ব্লাড ট্রান্সফিউশন হলে স্যার সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা ইমিডিয়েট মেজার কি নিব স্যার?
সেটা আমি পরে বলবো। ইমিডিয়েট মেজার হচ্ছে you have to stop the transfusion immediately. Number 2, you have to give pharmacological agent which are effective to control the reaction. এর মধ্যে একটা হচ্ছে hydrocortisone, number 2 antihistamine, because most of these reaction are type 1 hypersensitivity reaction, কখনো কখনো type 3. সুতরাং আমরা এমন ওষুধ দিব যে hypersensitivity reaction কে কমব্যাট করতে পারে। এছাড়া for the restoration of the blood volume আমরা normal saline infusion দিব। আমরা অনেক সময় অক্সিজেন দেই to if there is respiratory distress. আমরা ক্যাথেটার দিয়ে ইউরিন আউটপুট দেখি to prevent the renal failure, and others measures according to the situation. ঠিক আছে? So transfusion has to be stopped immediately, and immediately you have to give a ample of hydrocortisone and ample of antihistamine. প্রয়োজনে oxygen, catheter, anti-ulcer drug, IV fluid, and other supportive measures. Any other question? বলো, কারো কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে? আচ্ছা, আমি একজনকে জিজ্ঞেস করি, রোল নাম্বার 38, কে রোল নাম্বার 38?
ইয়েস স্যার।
তুমি বলো তো, what are the main reason for transfusion reaction? Transfusion, that is বিশেষ করে mismatch blood transfusion হওয়ার জন্য মূল কারণটা কি?
স্যার ব্লাড গ্রুপিং যদি সেম না হয়, যেরকম স্যার আমরা এবি পজিটিভ ব্লাড গ্রুপকে যদি আমরা স্যার এবি পজিটিভ ব্লাড না দিয়ে অন্য গ্রুপের ব্লাড দেই, তাহলে স্যার মিসম্যাচ
আচ্ছা শোনো,
রিঅ্যাকশন হতে পারে।
এটাই আমরা তুমি ঠিকই বলছো, এটাই আমরা বলি মেন রিজন ইজ হিউম্যান এরর। হিউম্যান এরর in labeling, in checking, in collecting and in giving blood. আমি সবই ঠিক মতো লেখা আছে, কিন্তু ওই ডাক্তার সাহেব চেক করে নেই যে রহিমার ব্লাড হয়তো সালমাকে দিয়ে দিছে, অথবা হচ্ছে লেখার সময় সালমা না লিখে হয়তো সুলতান লিখে ফেলছে। So this is mainly due to human error in collecting blood, in labeling the bag, in receiving the blood. So আমরা যদি কশাস হই ব্লাড গ্রুপিং এর সময়, ক্রস ম্যাচিং এর সময়, ব্লাডের গায়ে লেবেল করার সময়, ব্লাডটা দেওয়ার আগে চেক করার সময়, তাহলে this mismatched blood transfusion cannot happen. This usually occurs out of hurry, out of a clumsy environment, and this is absolutely due to human error. Error in the collecting the blood, labeling the blood, giving the blood. বুঝতে পারছো সবাই?
Yes, sir.
So whenever আমরা যখনই ব্লাড ট্রান্সফিউশন দিব, আমরা কশাস থাকবো যেন সঠিক গ্রুপ, সঠিক